Okay, guys. So for your Tangled Lizard, um, I should have been videoing this while I was just practicing it, trying to figure out exactly how to explain this to you guys. And holy moly, this is as uncomfortable as it looks. So this is going to be one of those poses that I'm going to say it's probably not going to be as relaxing as what you think. It's really more as a preparatory pose to get like sugar cane or something, pose similar to that. Sugar cane is reaching behind, almost like a dancer, but you're standing in sugar cane. So I started out with just one block to do this, and what you're going to see is it's really going to open up your shoulders, and it's also going to help open up your hips. And so when I had one block down, I was like, nope, that was a little bit much on my shoulder, and so I went ahead and decided to do 2 blocks. Okay, so to get into this pose, I want you to think about cactus arms. So whenever you do cactus or goddess pose, you have your 90-degree bend in your arms. So I want you to think about having this arm that's closest to the blocks at the end of the mat in cactus pose. And so you're going to bring that hand down on the outside of those blocks. And just go ahead and bring the arm down all the way onto the forearm, onto the elbow. And then you're going to take your head. You might want to lengthen out your body as you do this. I'm making sure like the front of the body's flush. And you're going to bring the head to the top of the mat. Now, you're going to bring one foot in front, keeping that head on the block if you can. If you want to do this first, though, go ahead and grab this back foot and then bring the head down. So I've seen it done both ways, where people just, bring their head down and then grab their foot, open up, but I kind of have to lift my head up. And so you just really, really need to relax through the shoulders, roll this top shoulder back, and then just open up through the hips. And so I'm bringing my body forward, relaxing through my face. So probably what I'm going to do is I'll take a couple of pictures of the front side of this pose and then the back side, and that way you can kind of see better what's going on. And then whenever I switch sides, you'll be able to see the back side of my body. So to me, the hardest part of this entire Tangled Lizard pose is the shoulder, because that is such a huge, huge shoulder opening move. I would not recommend staying in this pose for more than a minute, just because, like I said, it's just a major stretch through that front part of the body. So to come out of this pose, you will release that foot. You'll take this top arm and you'll press it into the mat. Lift yourselves up, and then come up off those blocks. Whew. And again, this shoulder right here, that was some major work. And so taking that block down it's going to even actually deepen that pose more. And so to go into this again, we're going to do the other side now. I'm going to turn my back away from you, and just where you can kind of see better what I'm talking about and what it looks like on the back side. So for this, to start out with, remember, you're just going to think about that cactus pose in the arm. You're going to bring that hand down to the mat, and then you're going to bring the forearm down. And then at the same time, I'm moving my body where it's lengthened out, because you're going to end up grabbing this foot behind you. So I take my top leg and I bring it in front, and then I allow myself, if I can, to come down onto the blocks with my head. But if you can't do that and then reach back and grab your foot, then just go ahead and grab the foot first, and then bring that head down. Now roll this top shoulder back, and that's going to help open up through the front side of the body. Another option on this, guys, if you need to, is you can always take a pillow, put it underneath, make sure that you have the front side of the body open, and then bring yourself down. Where can you relax? Try not to press into those fingers that are on the mat. Very, very challenging pose. So to come out of this pose, I want you to take that top arm, bring it to the top of the mat, press yourselves up, pushing yourselves up to that tabletop position. Big deep breath in, bring the heels back down to the mat. Roll the shoulders and just release. So again, that's more of a challenging pose. Restorative in a sense, but this is one of the ones I'm going to say be super, super careful in. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how gentle the poses can be, and then how you can move up into some more advanced type restorative poses. And again, just be very super careful. Breathing is the key here, and just taking your time. So anyway, that one's a little crazy. That was one that surprised me when I started trying to do it. I was like, oh, this is a little bit more deep than what I had really anticipated. And it also kind of gave me a good idea of just where my shoulders are at as far as the openness. I thought I was a little bit more open through my shoulders. Maybe it's just the day. That's the other thing, that day to day that can change. So anyway, that's a fun one. Be careful.